I'm Giles Arbour from Directors Talk, and I'm speaking today with Brendan de Souza, Research Analyst at WH Ireland. Brendan, thanks for joining us today.
Morning, Giles.
Now, I wanted to talk to you about UK oil and gas investments, if I can. Yesterday, they announced results of flow testing at Horse Hill, following which its share price closed up about 40% higher and was actually 80% above Friday's close at one stage. Why was the news so material?
Yeah, so, Giles, yesterday's news, the reason why it caused such a big spike in the share price was there's already been a discovery at Horse Hill, and there's been various tests that have been done after the discovery, but there have been more like geophysical tests and things like that. But yesterday, what UKOG announced was highly material, as it was the first flow test that was done at Horse Hill. But more importantly, it was done in the lower Kimmeridge area of Horse Hill. Now, Horse Hill asset, just a little bit of background, is based in southern England, fairly close to Gatwick, and it's in the Weald Basin. This is the first time any oil company actually has flow tested the lower Kimmeridge, which UKOG had believed before even they drilled the first well that it contained oil, because that's what seismic and other information was showing. So the big thing here is that it's a proof of concept, is what I would say. You had a discovery for a while there, but there was questions that could this be drilled and could this be flowed just conventionally? A lot of people said, oh, this cannot be done, and you would have to drill vertically and effectively frack, or rather horizontally and frack. And this is something that yesterday's news has kind of proved, is that we can have a conventional well that's drilled and which can produce substantial quantities of oil.
Okay, so it really is good news for UK oil and gas investments. Can you talk us through today's announcement?
Yeah, so today's announcement, yesterday's was really, I would say, groundbreaking kind of announcement. Today's announcement just adds to that and reinforces that. So what today's announcement is dealing with is, if you look at yesterday's, that spoke about what happened on Monday with the flow test, and it gives flow rates and choke sizes that we use and so on. Today's announcement talks about yesterday. So yesterday they continued to flow the well, and what's encouraging from yesterday's flow is it seems like the reservoir from where the oil is flowing out of is strongly pressured. So we're seeing natural lift of oil, and that was done for 9.5 hours, and it flowed at almost the same level as the Monday thing, although the choke has been cut down a little bit because the pressure has been so strong. Also, what was great about today's announcement is yesterday there was some oil-water contact. So as they were producing oil, they had some water that was coming through. There was a 50-50 kind of oil-water split yesterday, or rather on Monday. But yesterday, on Tuesday, they have managed to produce without any oil, which is a great result. So, it just adds to the news on Monday that this is a lovely little discovery with the movable hydrocarbons, and that's very important, really, if a company wants to be able to, book reserves and then just produce from there. That's the great news.
Brilliant. Okay. So what's next for Horse Hill operations?
The flow test, when it started last Monday, it was targeting 3 intervals. So far we've just done 1 interval, and just for to speak in plain English, what an interval is, I think the best way to explain it is if you look at a cake and you have different layers. So, like, imagine a cake with 3 layers. So this has gone through 1 layer, and that's the deep or the deepest layer. That's the lower Kimmeridge. And now what it's going to do is it needs to test the upper Kimmeridge and the Portland limestone, and that's really what the process is going to be going forward. They will flow test these other 2 intervals. They'll see what kind of production we should get out of it, either the company will put something out after the second, or most probably, I would imagine they would just put out like a final flow test result, i.e., what's happened with the two and what is the aggregate of the three layers.
Brilliant. Okay. Talking to us today was Brendan de Souza, research analyst at WH Ireland. Brendan, thank you for speaking with Directors Talk today.
Thank you very much, Jules.